Hey guys, today we are playing the Banner Saga. That's right, there was a scrap of cloth on a stick and they made an entire story about it. Sounds pretty epic to me. Let's check it out, I guess. What are things I want to say over the story? I won't. This is apparently a game where the story changes. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Sorry. It's Monday. And I'm tired. I'll read this first, I guess. The gods are dead. In their wake, man and giant survived through a tenuous alliance, driving black destroyers called Dredge deep into the northern wastes. Now is an era of growth and trade. Life goes on. Only one thing has stopped. The sun. I wonder if that means the sun stopped burning, the sun stopped moving, the sun stopped... What is it doing? What is it still doing? Is it doing nothing? Is it gone? Like, stopped. I didn't know it was running. I'm saying yes, tactics game. I'm doing a tactics game for the channel because I haven't done a tactics game yet.
It has been several long months on the road. The first signs of snowfall accost us on our approach to Strand.
If the sun's gone, does the moon still glow?
Trade cities on the wild human
And by
borders,
glow, I mean reflect light.
and our last collection before returning to the capital. Several days ago, the sun
Hello,
simply came to a
Vikings.
stop in the sky.
Stopped in the sky,
Though
okay.
during these long winter days, none of us can be certain how long it has been this way.
The way they're walking reminds me of
Some of the
Patapon.
men in the caravan have taken it as a dire omen. I
Dire.
am not quick to superstition, but I myself will be glad to be done with this
I really
year's
like the art
rounds.
direction of this so far. Are those all
We have
tiny
been
knights?
warned by stranded travelers about brigands.
Oh,
on
those
the
are
path
giants,
through
aren't they?
Zorn, our road home.
These are regular blokes
Our
behind them.
captain seems unconcerned.
I guess it could be a perspective. No, it's not
Perhaps he is
perspective.
as eager as I to be done here. We will rest here this day and inquire further when we speak to the governor.
Interesting. Yep, giants. Oh, and those are not helmets. They actually have friggin' horns. Is that insensitive? Is this a coup? You're screwed. Should have Fred Durst out of there, little guy. I'd also like to apologize at the top because despite the fact that I believe I showed you something I purchased ages ago, things for a mechanical keyboard to make it less clacky, because I have been only playing Jet Set Radio and Dark Souls, games which use the gamepad, I have not had the incentive to actually install this, so hopefully I shall do it eventually. Okay, you've arrived just in time. The chieftain in red and his men are now looking at a tougher fight than they bargained for. Click and drag around the screen to see your surroundings. Click the checkmark to continue. Geek. These portraits show the order of initiative. Taking turns left to right. The allies are blue, the enemy is red. It is your turn to act. Cool, cool, cool. Reminds me a little bit of Heroes of Might and Magic right now. They have a pet polar bear. Also, there are a lot of people here considering a fracking coup is going on. So... movement. I guess just chilling. Oh, I love it. He's like, go beat my boys. Okay, movement happens before action. The ring shows your shield. Banger is active. The blue tiles around him show where he can move. Some characters fill more tiles than others. The horned allies are a race of giants called Varl, who take up 4 tiles each while humans fill a single tile. This can have huge impact on your strategy. Is that a giant pun? I like it. Probably wasn't. Maybe it was. Let's go through them. Varls, shield bangers. Horned, yes. Reminds me of Saga. Man, I'm slow today. Okay, click the tile you want to move to, then click the check mark to confirm. Move your Shieldbanger here to get into attack range. So, the 4 tiles is interesting because, like, normally, like, see these one tile human guys, if you see a blue tile, they can move to that blue tile. For the giant, the Varls, they can move to the edge of the blue tile because of that 4 tileness. That's pretty cool. I was wondering why they wouldn't have us attack on the first turn. So I clicked it, click check mark to confirm, Shieldbanger, blah blah. The number of sprites here in this game is going to be impressive, I imagine. To target an enemy, click the tile on which they stand. Allied tiles are blue, the enemy tiles are red. Target this enemy now by clicking his tile. He is targeted. You can choose to either attack the enemy's strength or break his armor. The numbers beneath each icon show the damage you will do to that stat. We're going with a 5, because that seems really good. Strength counts as both health and damage. A loss of 2 strength means you'll now do 2 less damage. If strength falls to 0, the character falls in battle. I guess we'll find out at some point if this is a permadeath type tactics game. Armor blocks strength damage, but can be reduced by a break attack. By breaking armor, you can open them up to take more damage in the future. Return to attack armor then. This enemy has only 5 strength remaining. A strength attack will kill him. Will it? What the armor? How does armor work then? Well, we'll see. Click the fist now. Confirm the choice. Oh, I guess maybe the number that shows how much damage it deals already takes armor into account. That's useful. That's super useful. Confirm the choice. Oh, I stabbed him. Didn't even crush him. None. He's down! Each time you make a kill, your renown grows, which is used later to improve your characters. I guess renown is not character specific. After taking an action, your turn ends. Next up is the enemy. Turns always alternate, even if you are outnumbered. Oh, that's weird. Not having like an initiative kind of thing. Despite being at full strength, the chieftain will do little damage against your Shieldbanger's high armor. I don't know if there's a facing thing as well. Okay, we can flank and backstab. Now it's your Warhawk's turn. He appears to be out of range of these enemies, but all characters can use willpower to boost their actions. Willpower is a limited resource, so use it wisely. By clicking on gold tiles, a character can move further than usual, at the cost of 1 willpower per gold tile. Red pulsing tiles beneath your enemy show how close you'll have to be to get in range. Move your Warhawk to the attack range now. Ba-doop. Doo-doop. Standard attacks only affect a single enemy, but your Warhawk has a special ability that gives him a unique advantage. Click your Warhawk tile to access this ability. Is it Tempest? Heavy... it's gotta be Tempest, isn't it? Heavy impact enemies adjacent to the target to take 1 strength damage. Tempest, okay. A description ability will appear in the field below. The Warhawk's Tempest allows him to slam multiple enemies at once. Select an enemy and confirm your choice. I guess that one. Do it. Whoosh! Aw, yeah. Pillage. That made quick work of the chieftain's bodyguards. When there is only 1 enemy left, players enter pillage mode. During pillage, each character moves in order, and there are no more guaranteed turns. Check the initiative to see how the order has changed. Your allies now get to move twice in a row. If a character does not move on his turn, he can rest to regain 1 willpower. The chieftain will rest this turn. Looks like the chieftain is in some trouble. Your Shieldbanger won't be able to finish the job with a normal attack, but willpower can be used to boost your damage. Click the chieftain's tile to attack. Click the fist, and then the stars above the fist to add willpower. The number of stars available each turn are determined by your exertion stat. You'll see the damage number go up as you add willpower. Click a star and then the green check mark to kill this enemy. Ba-doop, ba-dop, and you're dead. Into the fire. I did it. The foe's lying dead. That's too fast. Cool. Chapter 1. Only the sun has stopped. So the moon still goes around, but the sun stays stationary. That makes a buttload of sense. Or maybe you just never even see the moon because the sun's always up. I assume the sun's up. It looked awfully bright out for the sun not to be up, but it was also awfully cold. It said it had been winter for a while. Don't know what that's supposed to indicate. Yeah, loading screen. Loading all the giant butts and assets. One thing I'm nervous about in this game is because it's clearly a story-driven, you know, the beginning said choices you make will affect how the story goes, clearly there's going to be a cast of characters of which you make decisions with. Initially, I will try to provide take two. Initially, I will try to provide voices for these characters. However, I provide no guarantee that I will continue doing so, especially in the likely event that the cast becomes too large for me to keep track of all the voices. Still loading. Impressive. Computers usually pretty fast about these things. Don't know what the problem could be. I should just take the time right now in front of you to switch my keyboard out, because I might as well. It does say I'm getting 0 frames per second. Perhaps I should stop the fraps and see what's up. I'm going to do that, so I will be right back, guys. Okay, welcome back, guys. Had to redo the tutorial real quick.
Like a rabid wolf, that one.
Here's my stupid external hard drive again.
We fool ourselves believing that peace will last. My grandfather built all this from a poor fishing village, you know. He watched the gods die, watched the chaos that followed, watched man
cool-looking
and
monsters.
slaughter each other, even before the dreads arose.
I want to ride a Sleipnir.
For another. Now that there are no more dreads to war against, we war against ourselves. This chieftain meant to kill me, and he's not the first. A dozen families in the city would gladly take my chair. This one had men waylaying merchants both north and south of the city, strangling trade quite well, I would add, though he denied it to his last. This sort of wolf doesn't stop biting because the head is cut off. It just grows.
I like his pinacular.
I am in a bad way, my friend. Help me finish this fight, and I'll
gladly
send you on your way with double our king's tithe. Take any man you need.
What's in it for me?
I promise you that. They will meet you down.
I really don't know my motivation. Do not know. Chapter 1. Oh yeah, only when I stopped. We saw that before. Didn't we skip the cutscene somehow? Probably. Okay, loading screen. Yes, we did it. We got past loading screen. You are approached by a familiar man who walks in step with you as you are leaving the Great Hall. He cuts to the chase. He walks in step with me. Does that mean he is also a Varl? Okay, yes, good. Good for him. Yes, okay. X, I guess. He did it. Nope, he's a human. Eric, steward of Strand. I manage the governor's business. Oh wait, that's his voice. I guess he's my voice. I don't know. Ubin, isn't it? It is. Governor tells me you'll be giving us a hand. What did you have in mind? Scalfings that you didn't hack up in the Great Hall scattered after you took out their chieftain. The governor just wants to make sure you stay down. Was hoping you'd join me at the marketplace by the docks. If there's anyone left to worry about, I know who can tell us. He sounds kind of like Steve Buscemi. Okay, down by the marketplace, I guess. The neon market sign. Let me handle this. Oh, he actually is pretty big. Maybe he's a half-Varl. Ha-Varl! You meander through rows of open-face houses and eroded stalls. Colored canvases flap on a briny current. One man in particular blanches as you approach. Had, I'm not in the mood today. For what? Talking, you idiot. The Scalfing's chieftains bled out about an hour ago, Had. So when you tell me what rat anus the rest of them crawled back into, nobody's gonna try and kill you this time. I don't talk to. They don't talk to me. I'm gonna say nothing. Eirich overturns his flimsy table, scattering a Had's assortment of junk across the ground. Gods, Eric, laying it on a bit heavy, don't you think? Where are the Scalfings? Nobleman up by East Wall. There was a month ago, last I know. Had skulks away with a wave of Alec's hand, gathering things from his hovel, disappearing for a while until this blows over, you figure. Your bodyguard steps forward. Ah, we're done here! Gunnulf. Were you wearing green back at the Great Hall? Nah, just bottom while you were walking around. Why? Looks good. I'm glad you care. Gunnulf goes off to look at more stalls. Ike, that man of yours seems unreliable at best. A blind dog wouldn't trust Had, but he used to be a scalfing. If they're licking their wounds, they've probably gone to old haunts, not new ones. Nobleman is a mead hall? Best I can tell, the name's ironic. Listen, I know a guy who would love to put a few of these skulls on the ground. I'm going to find him. I'll meet you there. Where is this place again? Nobleman is halfway up the hill towards the Great Hall. You won't miss it. Just make sure the governor remembers his promise. Double the usual tithe. I'll remind him. Up to the mead house. You arrive in front of what appears to be a nobleman. A few minutes later, Eirik appears with a weather-beaten man introduced as Valgard. I'll point them out, Eirik says over his shoulder. Ready? Let's get this over with. That's the spirit, says Valgard. Okay, here we go. Valgard boots the front door open so hard it won't close again without repair. As you enter the hall, Eirik is already at the head of the table, his axe drawn. Wide-eyed, drunken, scalping scramble to find their own weapons, turning tables and mead steins in the process. Let's duel! That's what they said in Viking times. It's fact. They all had terrible stutters. Can I arrow around? Can I arrow around? Can I arrow around? Nope, of course not. Okay. How do I have 8 out of 6 willpower? That seems like a lot of willpower. Whatever. I don't know what abilities my guys have before I move them. I wish I could mouse over to see how far they move. What actions can I take? Move, stone. I can't. Here we go. Stonewall, rest. What is? I don't know what Stonewall does. Oh, there we go. Shield Wall adds 1 armor to allies and himself, while adjacent to ally. Stonewall blocks 3 damage per hit for 1 round. That seems pretty good. Rest? Oh, I rested by mistake. Oh well. I am tired. I want someone with a ranged attack. What skills do you have? Light step? Oh, he can move through allies. That's a cool passive, I guess. And he also gives 2 willpower to an ally at any range. Does the purple one mean I can only use an ability once per combat? I'm going to assume so. Let's move to a flanking position. And then we'll see if there's backs or not. I may have to redo combat if this goes poorly enough. Okay, so we're gonna clobber you, because we're a giant and you're screwed. I can't do that, whatever it is. Attack you in the face. I've got a shield, mother trucker. Ah, crap. I cannot quite reach. What a pity. Yeah, you better run. Attack the shield guy. That makes a lot of sense, you idiot. Okay, we're gonna move you around over here. Because you want the giant to take all the damage. Okay, and you're gonna move over here too, actually.